Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today with kind of an unusual video. This is a video that's kind of been floating around in my head for a while, and I finally just decided this would be a good time to do it. So here it is. This is Confessions of a Diamond Painting YouTuber. Before I get started though, I'm going to zoom into where I'm going to be working just so there's something on the screen. I may throw some other things up there as well, but just to give my hand something to do while I'm talking, let me zoom in. So this probably feels a little bit like a whip and chat, which I guess it sort of is. Mostly this is a way for me to film a video and get some diamond painting in at the same time, so win-win, right? So like I said, this is kind of a video that's been in the back of my head for a while. I think sometimes there's a lot of, I don't know, misconceptions or something about how people run YouTube channels. Now, I can only speak for my experience. I don't know anybody else who has a YouTube channel personally. I don't know how they work for them. All I know is what I do. Also, what I don't do, because I've discovered things that work for me and things that don't work for me. So some of this is YouTube related, some of this is me related, some of this is diamond painting related. Hopefully it's entertaining. So confession number one, and I have no idea how many of these there are going to be, but I'm just going to call this confession number one. Confession number one, I don't really watch any other diamond painting YouTubers for a variety of reasons, but the biggest one is that comparison is the thief of joy. And that really holds true for me. If I start watching other diamond painter YouTubers, I often find myself comparing. Well, this person has so many more subscribers than I do. This person made this video and it's way cooler than what I could have done. Oh, why didn't I think of this idea to do that? I should have done this. My audio was worse. My filming techniques are worse. I need a better camera. I need this. I need that. I just find that I get really bogged down in all the minutia. And when that happens, it's like all my creativity just gets sucked right out the window. I end up in this kind of writer's block where I feel like none of my ideas are good enough. I feel like nobody will watch any of my ideas, things like that. I joke with my husband all the time that often when I make a video, like I'm making this one now, I have no idea how it will be received. I have seen other people do confession videos like this, not for diamond painting, but for other things. But I don't know if this will be of interest to anyone diamond painting. But I'm just going to make it and we'll see what happens. Oftentimes when I make a video that I think is going to be terrible, you guys surprise me and it's one of my more popular videos. So not always, but sometimes. So we'll see where this one ends up. So I don't watch other diamond painters because I don't like comparing myself. And also, I think it's too easy for me to get, like I said, hung up on comparing things that don't really matter because every channel is different. Even if we were all diamond painting channels, people have different personalities. And so some people are just going to be popular because people like that type of personality. Hopefully you're here because you like my personality, the things that I'm doing, and I do well enough that you subscribe and stay. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. And like I said, it's just better for me and my creativity, my mental health, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, that I don't spend loads of time watching what other people are doing. Sometimes I can go back through older videos and think, oh, well, I could do my own take on that or whatever, but that very rarely happens. More often than not, I get an idea from you guys, or you guys will say something about something that you've seen somewhere else, or I wish there was a video on this, and that will spark something either to do whatever it is that you've outright requested, or just, oh, well, I wonder if anybody has done this. And that really gets my creative juices flowing. So I much prefer just to not watch what other people are doing because it stresses me out. And that's no fun for anybody. I am subscribed to some YouTube channels, but I don't typically follow like the big diamond painters. I just don't. I figure those people have enough followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call them, I don't watch a lot of them anyway, so I mean, I guess I could be subscribed and just not watch them, but this way I'm not even seeing their thumbnails or their titles or anything like that, so I have no idea what a lot of the bigger YouTube diamond painters are working on, and that way I'm just doing my own thing and it's all good. So confession number 2, I don't know if this will be a surprise to anyone or not. I don't think it will be, but we'll see. I often work on projects that I'm not really that into just because I think the videos will be good. The biggest example that I can think of that is probably the last Josephine Wall that I did, the one that I did this year, the Melody in Pink. I bought Melody in Pink and Diana at the same time, ordered them from Diamond Painting Deutschland, got 2 of them because it was going to cost the same amount of money to ship 1 versus 2. And so I thought, well, I might as well get 2. It'll be the same amount in shipping and I'll get 2 diamond paintings and it'll all be good. And at the time, my focus was really on trying to get the diamond painting that had the most colors I'd ever done. So Diana had 250 colors, and the reason that I bought Melody in Pink was not because I loved the painting or the image or anything. It was because at the time, it was the largest color amount that I could find by Josephine Wall, which was supposed to be 300 colors. If you follow the channel, you know that turned out not to be true. It did turn out to still be the kit that I've done that had the most colors ever, but it wasn't 300. While the image was okay, it was not something I was super in love with. Like, I really liked the Diana image. I could take or leave the Melody in Pink image. I did Diana very early in my YouTube days. I had just started the channel. I was fairly new to doing YouTube and all of that when I started doing Diana. I had a lot of fun with Diana, but both paintings were so big, 100 by 90, somewhere in that range. They just took so long to complete, but I just wasn't as enamored with the Melody in Pink image. However, Josephine Wall is super popular in the diamond painting circles, and I knew, even if I wasn't super in love with the painting, that doing the videos of it would be popular. It turned out to be way more interesting than even I thought it was going to be, because it ended up being just kind of a Murphy's Law kit, because it had so many mistakes in it. So it was supposed to be 300 colors. It was only 275. Kitting it up was entertaining because some of the colors that I had, they actually sent 300 colors. So I didn't need some of the ones that they sent, but then I was trying to go through the schematic and figure out which ones do I need, which ones do I not need, all that kind of stuff. So kitting up was a process. And then, of course, just actually working on the diamond painting, because it was so large, just took a really long time. Now, that's not to say that I didn't end up enjoying the painting. I enjoyed the process of painting it. I had a good time working on it. But if I had strictly chosen something based on my want to do it, that diamond painting probably would never have made the cut. But I did get a lot of interest on those videos because, like I said, Josephine Wall is always of interest to people, especially people who've never done big diamond paintings like that. While I wouldn't recommend doing them just for the heck of it, even if you have a YouTube channel, it is a big undertaking, especially if you don't know what you're going to do with it afterwards. And I didn't know what I was going to do with mine. Diana I framed, but I had no plans to frame the Melody in Pink. And so figuring out what to do with it afterwards. But it was like, well, it's still going to be good content. At the time that I purchased it, I really had intended to do it for my own enjoyment. After it sat in my stash for 2 or 3 years, it was strictly, this will be some good content for YouTube. And it was. And again, not to say that I didn't enjoy it, but the whole process started because I thought this will be interesting to put on the channel and we'll see what happens. So just some little, I guess these are like little glimpses behind the scenes. So that was confession number 2. Confession number 3. As far as YouTube goes, I've had people ask me how I do certain things with the channel. I'm just stumbling along. I am while I feel like I am kind of a tech savvy person, I am by no means even interested in learning how algorithms work and coding and SEO and all that kind of stuff. I have learned some of it just by necessity, but I don't spend a lot of time obsessing over my analytics and numbers and things. Again, same thing with confession number one. It just really puts me in a bad headspace. So I will keep track of my number of subs. I do keep track of that. Although, really, I just look at it every once in a while. When I first started out, I looked at it all the time because you're trying to get to that magic number so that you can get monetized. And then after that, it was kind of these big milestones. Okay, I've hit 1,000, I got monetized. Oh, I'm going to hit 2, I'm going to hit 3, I'm going to hit 5, I'm going to hit 7, I'm going to hit 8, I'm going to hit 10. I think I'm almost at 11,000 now. Now I usually just check it once a month when I'm doing like my goals update because I don't talk to you guys about that, but I do keep track of it. And I do keep track of views on my videos, but I really just look at how many views overall did a video get to kind of gauge whether it was popular and people seemed to like that topic, or it was something that just didn't really go over well like I thought it would, or something like that. But I don't go into any of my analytics any deeper than that. I don't look at click-through rates. I don't look at retention time. I don't look through any of that stuff. And there's probably a lot of people who would tell me that I'm doing a real disservice to myself by not paying attention to any of that. And that may be true, but here's my thing. Even people who say they know how the algorithm works don't really. I mean, they're making their best guess at it. Obviously, YouTube wants to keep it as secret as possible because they don't want people gaming the system. Maybe that happens anyway. I don't know. Like I said, I've learned a few things here and there about keywords and tags and how to title your videos and stuff like that, but I don't do much of other than that. I'm not really interested in doing like sponsored videos. I don't want to sell people stuff. Like, I'm interested in sharing with you things that I've purchased that I think are good products, that work well, that aren't going to disappoint you, that are good quality, that I think are interesting. Not just somebody's going to pay me a bunch of money to say this product that I've never even heard of is good. So, and no shame about people who do that. It's a business and they're making money, so you do you. I want to focus on what you guys want to see. How do I get subscribers to my channel? I show things that people are interested in. Sometimes maybe not something I'm personally interested in, or maybe not as interested in as viewers might be. Like with the Josephine Wall, I was interested in it, and I at some point likely would have done the painting, but probably not as soon as I did because I have the YouTube channel and I knew that would make good content. Also, again, looking at all the numbers just makes me crazy because I kind of look at it as I have no idea if these numbers are true or not. I have no way of verifying whether YouTube is saying this many people watch my video and whether that's accurate. I just have to trust that they are, because I don't have any way to verify whether or not it's true, right? Or how many ads got shown, or how many people stayed through the end of the video, or whatever the analytics are. I am not a numbers person at all. And it still is anxious, even for me, to look at how many subscribers I have, or how many views did this video get, how many people left comments, that sort of thing. Yeah, for my mental health, just diving into all of those analytics is not how I want to spend my time. So just a few, these next two are probably kind of quick ones, although I could probably make them less quick because I can talk about anything. So confession number 4, when I am editing my videos, I don't know if other people do this or not. Well, some people probably don't do it because some people hire other people to edit their videos. I do all of my own. I film everything myself. I script everything myself. I edit everything myself. I upload everything. My channel is just me. Nobody else does anything for it. Well, I mean, my family supports me in my diamond painting, but they don't actively do anything for the channel. But when I edit my own videos, I laugh at my own dumb jokes. So I guess if they're not entertaining anyone else, at least they're entertaining me. Because I will find myself, when I laugh at something because I've made a joke or whatever in the video, when I'm editing the video, I will find myself laughing along. I don't know if that's because it's me and something in my psyche makes me laugh along with myself. Maybe because it's my sense of humor. So when I said something funny, I think it's funny again the next time I hear it. Who knows? But I laugh at my own dumb jokes. So hopefully you guys are laughing along with me. Sometimes it's just me laughing at myself, like spilling drills or whatever. But yeah, I laugh at myself. Confession number 5. This is sort of in the same vein, I guess. I cut a lot out of my videos when I'm editing because there are a lot of, I try not to say when I was teaching public speaking, that was a big thing. Don't say don't use filler words. So I sort of trained myself out of saying. However, what I have discovered is that rather than saying I say and or and so. I can tell by the waveforms on the audio where I've said and as I'm like filling in my thoughts. So I'm saying and to fill in that space rather than saying which is essentially the same thing. So I don't know what difference it makes whether you say and or but I feel like and sounds better. It sounds like I'm trying to string something to a thought together rather than just going trying to gather my thoughts. So maybe it's better in that way. I cut out all of those parts, and then I also cut all of the parts where I swear like a sailor because the neighbor's dog is out and barking and making all kinds of noise, or all the people are out driving their loud cars, or the lawnmowers and the weed whackers start up right as I'm trying to film. I don't swear a lot. I don't want to make it sound like I do, but there are occasions when it's like, man, really? I just my many years of teaching, especially the last few years working at the preschool, you kind of train yourself out of swearing because you don't want to say anything inopportune around the children. And just for me personally, I know some people who they can just not swear around the kids, and then when they're around adults, there's a switch in their brain they can flip, and it's okay to swear around adults. I can't do that. It will come out at the wrong time, so I just train myself to really not swear a whole lot. But on the days when I'm rushing to make a deadline because I'm behind filming and I've still got to edit, and then stuff starts up and they're making a bunch of noise, and it's just like, oh man, to the moon, Alice. And I just really dated myself. If you get that reference, please leave me an equally dated reference in a comment down below, and we'll see if I get your reference. So that was number 5. Let's see. Oh, this one was a doozy. So typically when I film my whip-in chats, I film them either on Friday or Saturday for them to go out on Sunday. I try to film them on Saturdays because that gives me a day to edit, and if I need to redo anything or whatever, then I have time to do it. However, this happened to be a time when it was Saturday and I was in a hurry and not paying attention and just trying to get the Whip and Chat filmed because I needed to still edit it, and we had things going on that night, I believe. I got it all filmed, and I'm like, okay, just let me take me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to edit this. I'll get it done, and then we can go where we need to go. So I sat down to edit the video, and as I'm doing it, a pen or something in my hand, and I realized I had eaten a chocolate chip cookie right before, just as a quick little snack to give me some energy to get through the whip and chat. And I filmed the entire whip and chat with a big chunk of chocolate stuck underneath one of my fingernails. I was so mad at myself because I typically check my hands to make sure my hands are clean, my nails are clean before I start filming because you guys see my hands, obviously. And for whatever reason, probably because I was in a hurry and I just wasn't paying enough attention, I missed the little piece of chocolate chip cookie. It looked horrible, and I had to refilm the entire whip and chat. I don't think anybody realized that it was a refilm, but that's really hard to do after you filmed one the first time to then go back and basically say all the same stuff again. At least it's hard for me. I don't typically have to do that. I don't typically have to repeat myself. I don't film a million takes of something usually, so I typically don't have to do a lot of editing in that way. For the whip and chats, it's just a lot of drill noise or me spilling something or me mispronouncing something or tripping over my own tongue or whatever. Those kinds of things I edit out. But yeah, the chocolate chip cookie under my fingernail really got me, and I thought, oh man, I can't. I can't post that. I will never hear the end of it. It was a chocolate chip from a chocolate chip cookie that snuck under there somehow. So I had to refilm the whole whipping chat. That was a frustrating Saturday. So that was confession number 6. Let's do confession number 7. 7 seems like a good number. 7 confessions, right? So confession number 7 is, and this kind of ties in with some other things. I get a lot of emails from YouTube about doing like brand deals, sponsor deals, that sort of thing. And like I said, I've kind of avoided all of those. They are also really pushing for channels to do memberships a lot. I've considered doing them. Here's my thing. This is my confession. I haven't done it because I'm secretly afraid that no one will do it. And then I'll have to admit that I failed at doing memberships. And so it's easier just not to do them. Also, it's one of those things where it seems like everybody's always asking for money. And while more money is always nice, not gonna lie, more money is always nice, I don't know if I want to do memberships. I've talked about it a little bit before on the channel and kind of asked, and some people can just take it or leave it, and that's fine. Like, it wouldn't be a required thing or anything. It's just an extra thing that I could do that would maybe add some value to the extra money people would be paying, if people would be paying it. I've considered doing things like shout outs, doing early access to videos, although I'm not really sure how that works. That's part of what's held me back too, because what would my numbers look like as far as views and things go if I have a video and it's early access for certain people, and then it becomes at some point at a later date or whatever available to everybody who's a subscriber. So it's not like subscribers would be missing anything. It would just be that members got early stuff. But does that make it seem too clicky? Like, I think I always want to err on the side of making things accessible to as many people as possible. So again, it's not like videos wouldn't be accessible to, this is where I struggle. Videos would still be accessible to subscribers even if you weren't a paid member. But does that make it seem too cliquish? I guess part of it is I don't really understand how all of it works because I don't have any YouTube memberships. Like, I haven't joined any other channels. Should I do that? Should I join somebody else's channel just to kind of see how they do it? I considered, rather than doing YouTube memberships, doing like maybe a Patreon and doing it that way instead, but I'm not sure what I want to do. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on that, if you're a member of some other channel, especially a diamond painting channel, what is that like? What do you feel like you get value for your money? Is it just the personality of the person that is doing the channel, or is there some other benefit to you? Because that's my thing too, is I guess I feel like maybe mine wouldn't be as interesting because I don't follow a lot of diamond painting YouTubers. I don't follow a lot of diamond painting companies to make sure that I'm in the know with all the stuff that's going on. Like, I'm just, I guess, out here Pollyannaing, and I'm just looking for stuff that I like. And if I find cool stuff, then I want to share it with you guys. I find a lot of weird stuff just kind of looking around on the internet sometimes. So yeah, I guess that's my goal, is just to find cool things and share them with you, or learn new things about this is how this works now, or oh, I tried this because everyone said this would be amazing and this did not work for me at all. That's why I try to always say, when I'm doing like my new diamond painting for beginners series that I'm doing, I want to give people good information. And I hadn't done some of them because I thought, well, everybody's done a diamond painting for beginners series on YouTube, right? If you're a YouTube diamond painter. But someone pointed out everybody's personality is different. The way that information gets presented is different. And also, information has changed a lot since some of those other people have done it. So yeah, you guys, there's some YouTube confessions. Let me know what you think. Was any of that a surprise? Anything in there that you thought I was going to say that I didn't? Leave me lots of comments because I'd love to know. So there you go, guys. There are my 7 YouTube confessions. Let me know what you thought below. Also, I've had lots of questions about whether or not I intend to continue doing the diamond painting channel after our move to Canada. I absolutely do, so this channel will still be around. However, I am going to be having another YouTube channel that is going to be focusing on us from when we take our leave of the US and we move out of Kansas and head to Eastern Canada. I was in the process of trying to get some things set up. I don't know what I did. It wasn't appearing. Apparently, I have now fixed whatever was wrong, even though I don't know what I did, and it is now appearing. So I will put a link to the new channel down below. I don't have any videos posted. We're in the middle of packing for the move and everything. I don't know when I will get something posted, but in the meantime, if you want to go over there and subscribe, the new channel is going to be called Midwest to Maritime because we are leaving the Midwest and heading to Maritime Canada. I hope to be posting some videos about our move there, the process of all of it, and all the things like that. And then once we get there, I'll be talking about how life in Canada is different from life in America. If it is, I don't know because I'm not there yet, so we'll see. So I'll stick that link down below if you guys would go follow me over there. If you're interested, that would be awesome. And hopefully I'll get something posted over there soon. Not sure when though. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.